Hello, welcome to Steve and Michael play Pokémon LeafGreen randomized Nuzlocke, and this is the session 0 where we will be showing you what we're going to be playing. So skip straight to episode 1. Oh, woo! Let's go, bros.
Yeah!
We are indeed brothers. Right, now that we've lost most of you, this is going to be a session 0 just to show what the randomizations we've done are. We're not, well, I certainly am not going to be making any claims that I'm any good at Pokemon or know very much about it. I think Michael's knowledge is a little better than me, but this is the first time either of us has done a speed run or a randomization, so let's go.
Exactly. What's Pokémon LeafGreen?
Pokémon LeafGreen, thank you, is a third generation remake of the first generation games, Red and Blue.
Okay.
Leaf
and
Blue.
We are going to race this, is that right?
We are going to be racing this. Thank you for putting these questions in such a podcast way. That's very helpful.
I'm such an excellent interviewer.
Yeah, it's good. We're going to be racing each other.
What does randomise mean?
Oh, randomise. Well, we're going to go through all of this. Look, you can see all of these on the screen. We're going to be changing the Pokemon that appear. We're going to be changing the Pokemon that people have, the ones that we can catch. And the idea is we're going to be trying to defeat the final adversary in as quick a time as possible. Nuzlocke, of course, means that it's very hardcore mode, which means that we will lose Pokemon, we will die, which are things that can't happen in Pokemon, but we will make them so. Or hopefully not if we plan to win. So what we have here is a rundown of all the different settings, and we'll go through those very quickly. Would you run us through Pokemon traits, Michael? It should be fairly simple.
Yeah, Pokemon traits. This is where we have the option to mess around with the actual definition of what Pokemon are. So we could change it so that a coughing has like 1,000,000 defense or whatever. And we could change, have a grass type Pikachu or whatever. We've decided, I think, not to bother with that this time. So the basic thing to look at here is just all the Pokemon are going to be the same as they would be in the real game. The thing that we're going to be changing is when they appear and what their levels might be. The one thing we've changed is impossible evolutions, because we're not going to be able to trade with each other while we play on emulators. We've ticked the change impossible evolutions box, so those few Pokemon that need to be traded in order to evolve, like Kadabra to Alakazam, will instead evolve at, I think, around level 40.
Lovely example there. Also, day-night evolutions are gone as well, and anything else that didn't exist back in the game version we'll be playing.
Yeah. So we'll be able to get to any Pokemon.
Exactly. On to the more interesting ones. Starters, statics, and trades. We will be beginning with 3 random starter Pokemon. We're not going to be given a choice of Moltres, Weedle, and Weedle or anything ridiculous, which is completely random. We've chosen to go for 3 random starter Pokemon that have 2 evolution stages. So they're more balanced, I guess, and it will be more interesting to see which ones we go for.
At least a feeling that these could have been real starter Pokemon, even though they weren't.
You'll notice a theme that we've gone for the slightly more conservative option most times, but it's still not a typical run. You've also got static Pokemon, the ones that you encounter out actually in the wild, like the Snorlax, like the Articuno, like the Zapdos, those sorts of things. They will be random, but they will be replacing Pokemon with similar strength, replaced by Pokemon with similar strength, so that it's not completely random and you're not going to come across a level 70 Weedle sitting out in the world. We're fixing the music as well to make sure that the music is appropriate as well. It will be appropriately epic. And finally, in-game trades will be randomized both for the Pokemon requested and given. Speaks for itself. That should be fun. Moves and movesets, keeping very, very much the same once again. We don't want Pikachu's using grass moves and Zapdos's using water moves. It's just silly.
Yeah. They're all classic Pokemon from generations 1 to 3, but they're just turning up in places we wouldn't expect them.
Correct. And my yellow auto filter for nighttime mode has just come on and ruined the video. Never mind. Let's press on. Trainer Pokemon.
That's another random element. Who knows?
It's another random element. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows if I'm even recording? Type themed are the trainer Pokemon. So when we get to gyms or groups of trainers that all usually have a type, the game will choose whether to keep, it will choose a type and replace them. So you might come across the first gym, which is normally rock Pokemon, will be full of fire Pokemon instead. That sort of thing.
Yep.
We've got the rival carrying their starter through the game because that's only right.
Absolutely.
There's a couple of other things like no early Wonder Guard, basically just things that let us not suck too badly early on. No game enders immediately at the very start.
Yep. And weight types by number of Pokemon just means that we'll have more Pokemon of types that have more examples of Pokemon in them. So we won't end up with loads and loads of Steel Pokemon, even though there's only a few Steel Pokemon actually available in the game.
Yes.
So we should have a nice range of Pokemon.
Wild Pokemon.
I think that's it for wild Pokemon.
Yeah. Area 1-to-1 mapping. Right, moving on. No, what we're doing there is, and Michael might be able to explain it slightly more eloquently than I would, it's a setting that will essentially let us get random Pokemon in an area, but they're going to be distributed in the same way that, say, a bunch of Rattatas and Pidgeys would on the first route you get to. But instead of Rattatas and Pidgeys, it's going to be the same number and level of something else, Pincers and Pikachus.
Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself.
I know, I was impressed myself there. I was struggling to think about how I would explain it. But it's okay.
Delivered with the eloquence of Cicero.
Oh, Cicero would be turning in his grave. TMs and HMs, random. Well, TMs are going to be random because that's hilarious. We want to be given really crap things at really good times and really good things at really crap times. We've also not ticked no game-breaking moves, so we could end up with some seriously amazing moves that our Caterpies are using in the first zone. Good fun. Same thing for the move tutors when we come across people who teach our Pokemon moves. And in order for the compatibility, the Pokemon that can learn them, we decided to make it random, but there you go. If you really want to look at it, spice it up a little bit. Oh, interesting. The tooltips aren't actually coming up when I hover over them. That's a shame. Good thing we're explaining.
Well, I can tell you, if we click random, prefer same type, this randomizes the TMs and HMs that each Pokemon can learn. But if a Pokemon has the same type as a move, then it will have a 90% chance of that move being learnable by that Pokemon. Otherwise, a 25% chance.
Exactly. And I can see those tooltips. It's just not recording, weirdly.
Okay.
And onwards then. Items should be random. Those are things we find out in the field. It would be great to find completely random items, and I'm going to enjoy that.
Who knows what we'll find?
Yep, exactly. We've not banned bad items, so we could even find berries or mail, where we would be expecting rare candy.
Just
and finally,
trash.
Miscellaneous Tweaks. We've enabled all of them except for banning Lucky Egg and balancing static Pokemon levels. Just quality of life improvements and fun things like randomizing the PC potion that will let us run a bit faster, do our epic professional speed run. And yeah, hopefully that's all going to work. I think that's it. Any last words before we dive straight into playing?
Yes, you should explain what a Nuzlocke run is.
I think we should, shouldn't we? I don't know what it stands for. Maybe it's named after a certain person who invented it. I'm not sure.
It is. It was Nuzleaf Comics, Nuzlocke Comics, if you want to look it up. The first person who attempted this documented their experiences with a comic, and they named their first Pokemon, which was a Nuzleaf, after a character called Locke from the series Lost, which you'll know more about than me.
John Locke, yes, indeed.
John Locke. So that was Nuzlocke was his first Pokemon that I think eventually died.
Character.
So the rules which we'll be following are that any time one of your Pokemon faints, it is dead. You have to release it next time you get to a Pokemon Center. And if you lose all of your Pokemon and black out, that's the end of the run. Furthermore, to limit the number of Pokemon that you can catch, you can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter on each route in each area.
Well, that sounds difficult, Michael. I'm not sure I'm prepared for this.
But I don't know. We're pretty pro. We're pretty amazing.
We're professional. Yeah, we know everything about Pokemon, and I think I'm going to win. Anyway,
can't wait to
let's
find out.
head over to episode 1 to find out. See you there.
Bye.